in royal blue because Caitlin knew royalty was in the building tonight. Not talking about brought to you by AT&T. It will be Julia Alman, Brittany Sykes, Marina Mabry, Laura Yashkaita, and Isabel Harrison for Sandy Brondell. As Tamika mentioned in the open, this is a fever team on a 3-game winning streak. They're looking to bounce back in multiple ways. Commissioner's Cup action continues on. Second to last day, and tomorrow there's a lot on the line in the West. Mabry with 4 on the shot clock. To the corner, here's Harrison for 3 to start things off. Does not go as
the ball around to find an open shot. They use the clock, just not able to get that shot to fall.
Lob inside, deflected and controlled now by Sykes. Into the body of Hull, lays it up and in.
Forced error right on that last possession by the Fever.
Mitchell, little hesitation, jab step again, no look to Boston. And Boston.
A little bit, but able to get her control, get herself set. You see Izzy Harrison's hands do come down, so that's a foul, but a great pass, great bind by Kelsey Mitchell.
If you're just joining us, Isabel Harrison was ejected in that third quarter with a flagrant 2 foul on Angel Reed. Available here. This is a huge matchup for them, especially defensively.
The third game, Isabel Harrison is in, so every single time they get a chance to play, it's a big one. When she sees an open lane, she's going at it. Always have been known as being up down the 3. She's got the mid-range game. To get down low because she's bigger than a lot of the guards as well.
Clark in Boston. Deep one from Clark to start things off. Does not go. Boston fights for that clearance. And Mabry got a piece of it. Here's Hull as she gets it.
She's kind of one of those sneaky players, a versatile player in so many ways.
Harrison not shy on the 3. That knocks down. Mitchell off the handoff, turning the corner into the body of Yashkaita, but it's Billing. Yashkaita running the floor. Might be the easiest bucket. Nice find and flip from Billing.
Being able to know how to get 2 defenders up on her to make that nice little pass.
Alman. 3 off the mark. Downhill, reverse layup doesn't go. Billings on the follow, contact.
Clark always looking at ways to attack the basket, but this is the offensive rebound right there. You see 2 Fever players coming, Monique Billings able to get in, but just being able to attack in a lot of different ways. 3 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Mabry lost her footing. I think maybe trying to attack the basket, try to make an easy look, and Caitlin, another turnover. That's what you normally see when Kelsey Mitchell makes that backdoor cut, which those 2 are normally very much.
And I know it's still early now, that there was some miscues, but they've gotten a lot more.
So she put herself into Lexi Hall's body. That might have been a
Harrison on the roll. Step through, doesn't go, follows her own. Blocked by Boston. And the Fever come up with the jump ball possession. Clark behind the back. Alman got a piece of that one. Hall. Billings down low with Sykes on it, former teammates. That one didn't. Skype.
She's there when not finding players in transition, which Coach White talked about is we have to be disciplined on defense. That is what she said. So Toronto's definitely taking advantage of that.
Here's Clark. Too strong on that one.
Lucha going up against Brittany Sykes, one of the top defenders in the WNBA.
Here's Mitchell. Here's Skyta on her. Down low to Billings. A tough pass. Posting down on Harrison. Into the body, flips it up, does not go.
And watch Izzy Harrison's right hand right there.
Mabry.
Shine down and find maybe a little bit of a...
Boston back into the game. Here's Mitchell. Lays that up.
So always looking to get to the basket, but if nothing else, that step back that she has too is just fun to watch.
Alon, head on the shot clock for the tempo. Rustaika steps into the three. That one's off the mark. Clark, side step back three. That one's off the timeout on the floor. We are tied.
Back to her home state of Indiana, so it all worked out for both of them in the end.
Inbound, nice find to Mitchell. Trade, and when she was first drafted, being like, what am I going to do in Miami?
Well,
what is there not to do in Miami?
She's from Indiana. She went to Purdue, and going from Indiana to Miami is definitely a difference.
Boston picked up by Temi Fagbenle into the ball game. Cunningham working off the curl. Doesn't get the finish. Slow burn to start things off here for the Fever. Sykes. Here's Conde for three. That one is a beautiful shot.
Down without getting a score.
Clark right down the other way. Left that short. Fagbenle with the rebound. Conde wanting to push as Sykes pushes. Fagbenle on the roll. Back cut from Sykes right down the middle of the lane. Lays it up in it.
As well, and kind of trying to figure out how to get her back in the rhythm of that she was playing with.
Boston inside. Quick hook shot. Fagbenle is also still learning the system as well, too. Nurse into the ball game. Sykes. 8 on the shot clock for Toronto. Fagbenle, the jumper, does not go. First turnover for the tempo in this ball game. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Boston off the quick crossover. Follows her own miss. How about a lead?
So high. Coming in offensively, definitely in sync with the offense, not forcing anything and taking her time.
Raven Johnson into the ball game for the Fever. Harrison flips that one up. Nice touch off the rim. Johnson. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell probing. Step through, over, off the...
You know, hard to stop unless you're going to bring the rotation over.
Doesn't go.
It's about what would happen, and it's fun to watch players grow up and make it to the next level.
Here's Nurse. That three's off the mark. Timpson tapped at it.
Easier passing.
Billings at the free throw line, and the stage is set for yet another thrilling major. Shinnecock Hills Golf Club going to try and turn it into a bucket next time. Free throw line, a 3-point lead here for the Fever. 15 on the shot clock for Toronto. Alman, good retreat dribble, keeping it alive. 10 on the shot clock now. Conde with it. 6 seconds. Conde attacking. Kicks. Extra one. Alman will take the three. That's off the backing. Probing. Kicks. Johnson going baseline. 2 seconds. 1 second. Cunningham. Hits it! 8%. That three, good sign for Fever fans that it's going down early. Clark with 6 on the shot clock. Timpson gets it back to her, and it's taken away by Mabry. Mabry has not scored in this ball game. Over to Fagbenle. And a whistle and a foul.
Oh, I haven't scored. Let me force something. But the tempo, the way that they're moving the ball, they're playing with one another. Brittany Sykes was a huge part of that first quarter. And Now you have other players that are having to step in, and I think that's also what Coach Brundello has talked about. It's a team effort. Ball will get back in her hands.
There's Clark behind the back on Alman as she's going to get that.
Multiple times just not able to finish, and that time going into the body of Julia Alman, forcing the contact, but getting that foul. Alman had her hand down, and Clark able to get that finish.
Shot from her at the buzzer. It was the missed free throws prior to that. Unconventional of Clark to be missing so many free throws here. Here's Mabry. Gets that to...
Does a great job of attacking the basket.
Timpson. Hand off to Clark. Clark. To the corner, Johnson. That's a nice... 8 on the shot clock now for the Tempo. Mabry. Mid-range doesn't go. 31-23 lead. Clark trying to add to it. Replay I have ever seen in the history of officiating. They took a look at it to see if it was upgradable or needed to be upgraded. They ruled it a common foul, so Clark at the line, and she's got the first.
There was a little bit of contact, and that is something that the league is trying to protect.
This evening, that might be a record. Here's Yushkaita. Good poise to finish that. Clark on the bounce to Cunningham, doesn't get the finish.
Layups that Coach White had talked about, and just trying to make sure the Fever team slow down a little bit and knock down those shots.
Yushkaita knocks down that.
So consistent.
Got a deflection there. Here's Mabry. Mabry pushing with Alman and Yushkaita. Goes to Yushkaita for the lay-in. And Stephanie White.
Game, Yushkaita definitely stepped up.
Harris, you have more on the international flavor of Toronto?
Yeah, there's a lot of international players on that roster for the Tempo. Seth Brundello and the 2 assistants that they have who are also international as well. And Coach Brundello told me at shoot-around this morning, look, it's a global game, and it's great that so many international players are now in this league. We don't do it intentionally, she said.
Joy and jealousy that I have for there's going to be a generation that only knows the Toronto Tempo, and I love that.
Able to see, celebrating 30 years, a lot of these players have had the opportunity to grow up with the WNBA as part of the... you got to be careful, especially, and I think with Brundello trying to give a little bit of patience too, in allowing, hey, we're going to have different lineups. She talks so highly of Savali, and just like when she's healthy, she is amazing.
Yushkaita continues.
A lot of confidence right now, but I would say the Fever have left her wide open in certain situations to give her easy looks.
Boston lost the handle. Conde comes up with it. Tempo can take the lead on this possession, but it's Clark attacking, lays that off, goes back the other way. The Tempo pushing. Yushkaita kicks it. Harrison in the corner. Back-to-back.
Other looks. Obviously, Sabali could do that as well. Knock down the 3, but more of a post player. Caitlin Clark, one of those playmakers. Yushkaita gets it. Clark does a good job of reading that.
Third on Yushkaita as well. In fact, Benley comes into the ball game. Sidestep, kicks it. In fact, Benley baseline jumper doesn't go. Here's Hull. 3's off the mark in this first half. Under 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Mitchell. And a foul going to be called on...
Because of how fast she is, you can't guard her just by like trying to stay with her. You have to make sure that...
That Phoenix-Las Vegas game has huge implications on the 3-point lead here for the Fever.
But there's also the body contact before that.
And to the credit of the wrist extension. That's what they're looking for. So even though the chicken wing kind of goes up, they look for that forearm extension.
I like the chicken wing.
I might be hungry, I don't know. Marina ties us at 40. Hull. 3-point. Boston attacking. Floater. Doesn't go. Timpson trying to put that back up and in, and it will be Toronto basketball. Up the floor. Sykes able to collect. Working off Fag Benley. Pull-up jumper. Clark. Low cross. Behind the back. No look. Timpson with the finish.
Right here, nice behind the back. JK Tim together and really talk about the closed fist, but really find ways to win. And that's one thing that Coach White said she's really proud of. Even as they have maybe not done as well. Oh my.
Conde. That one almost dancing. Woo. Welcome to the party. Here's Mitchell. Clark the three. That one's off the mark. Mabry. Harrison works off the screen from Sykes. Sykes rises from three. Gets every bar.
Like to get up and down, but when they are able to set into their half-court offense, they can get some good looks.
In-out dribble from Clark. Octane affair. Sykes. Here's Harrison for three. That one push it up the floor. Boston sealing space and finishing.
Boston does the right thing. She knows Harrison, so she's going to get her right underneath the basket.
Mabry, that big loss when it comes to inside presence.
Definitely, but one thing we all know is when one player goes down, another player has to step up.
Marina Mabry's play here in this first half. A one-point ball game. Mitchell. Clark now with it. Clark kicks it. Cunningham, pump fake, sidestep three. Sophie. Sykes. Mabry dribbles it off the foot of Cunningham. Up the floor. Cunningham under control.
And they love that up and down. Both teams love the tempo, but unforced errors by Toronto, and the Fever are rolling.
9-2 run over the last 90 seconds. Make it a 9-4 run. Boston late. Mabry, that three goes. She on the logo, in range. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Works off Boston. Kept Conde on her back. Deflected, 4 seconds. Mabry from deep.